Sensations with Stephen. Today, we're going to be doing cupcake decorating 101. Time to decorate the cupcakes. We're going to be taking our vanilla cupcake that we made in our very first episode and using our frosting that we used from our second episode. So, first thing we're going to do is talk about a couple of options that you can do while you are in your room. If you have a piping bag, like so, we don't need to necessarily worry about tips right away. For this 101 class, I'm going to show you a few options that you can do using just the bag and the frosting itself. So the first thing we're going to do is fill the bag. One of my favorite little tricks is if you take a glass from your room and put your piping bag inside the glass like so, and then pull the bag over the outside. Obviously, the bigger the glass you can find, the better, but I'm using kind of your standard size here, not quite sure what will be available to you, so just use whatever the biggest one is that you have. And you're going to take the frosting that you have pre-made, and dyed pink if you're like me, and you're going to just put that inside the bag like this. I find it important to kind of keep it at the bottom of the bag. You don't want to start getting the frosting too much in the bag. You don't want it to be too full, because that's when it's going to start to get a little messy and it might start spilling out the top of your bag, and nobody wants that. Alright, now we just lift the sides of the bag like this, pull it out of the glass, give it a little shake, and your frosting is fully in the bag. Alright, so for the first thing we're going to do, design-wise, we're going to make a really cool little zigzag shape on your cupcake. So to do so, we're going to cut a very small hole right at the end of the bag there. You don't want to go too large yet. Okay, bringing your cupcake in. I like to do cupcakes one at a time. Basically, that way you have a hand free to hold the cupcake so it doesn't move, and then you've got obviously your other hand to decorate with. So, facing your cupcake down like so, you're going to just go in a series of zigzags along the cupcake like this. And you can give it a nice little tail there. And there is your first design, your cupcake zigzag. Now, of course, you need to zhuzh it up a little, and for that, we like to use these colored sprinkles, which I'm gonna put in just a line along the middle, just so you can still see your design of the cupcake, the frosting, and the sprinkles. All right, I'm gonna set that one aside, just over here. For our next one, I'm actually going to take the frosting bag and just push the frosting up into the bag a little more, like so. Taking my scissors, I'm going to cut a little more off the end, which gives it a bigger opening at the end of the bag here. This one I like to call the classic decorator technique. It's basically your swirl that you would see in any store. You're going to fill up the entire surface of the cupcake and then just give it one more little swirl on top. And that is your classic baker swirl. Again, we're gonna add some sprinkles, just give it that nice birthday cake look, like so. Now, if in this situation you do not have a piping bag available to you, we can always use an offset spatula and the frosting to make your nice design by basically just taking a dollop of frosting on the end of your spatula there and putting it on the cupcake like so. You're gonna spread it on, and it's gonna look messy at first, but don't worry, we're gonna clean this right up. So you're gonna make sure it's all the way covered on your cupcake. Taking your spatula edge, you're going to just tidy up the sides like so. Just going around the edge of the cupcake. And then using the flat part of the spatula, you can simply just take off the top and give it a nice little swirl like so. And again, sprinkles make everything look better, and taste better. So there we have it, your 3 versions of a basic cupcake, your cupcake decorating 101.